Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm back again with another video. This one is a pre-market analysis of the current situation that we're dealing with right now. So we're gonna talk about the top stocks for today, and I'm gonna break down my thoughts on them of what may or may not happen throughout the day, what you need to be looking out for as you go on trading. And again, let's start with the very first stock. Yesterday, I talked about Tesla. And so far, my bearish point of view of the stock is currently winning right now. As I've mentioned before, there was two ways to look at this, and right now the stock took the bearish turn, and I would not be surprised to see something like this. Right now, you see the gap down, right? And as the market opens, it's gonna open in like an hour. You may expect the stock to grind up just a little bit higher, like right here. And then if it doesn't go past this level, if it doesn't go past the top right here, you should be worried. If it seems like the stock is kind of struggling, do not be surprised if you see a massive dump tomorrow. Like if you see a massive dump in the afternoon at least. And if you zoom out again, this thing can just crash all the way back down through the weekend. Holding stocks through the weekend would not be the best. Would not be the best choice, especially if you're long bias. Given the current market situations right now, the SPY is down by negative 1.3%, and right now it's not looking good. As I've mentioned on the SPY, it failed to break above that line, which I drew yesterday. And again, this one is not a good sign at all. It's really not. Like, again, be really, really careful if you're holding SPY calls. And I'm really bearish on the overall perspective, the overall market as a whole. I'm really, really bearish. And let's look at it on a daily chart. And yeah. Yeah, I'm really not bullish at all. I'm really not bullish. So again, be really careful with this one. The next stock that we're gonna look at, actually, this is a stock that was mentioned by one of our subscribers. He thought there was a good pattern on it. The stock is PAVM, which is that one. And the pattern that I see on the stock is on the daily chart. And if you zoom out, you can clearly see that there is a pretty clean fallen wedge on here. And I did do my analysis on it, my due diligence. And yeah, the price target that I have for this one, for those of you who see value in this and who think that the company has some potential, the price target that I see from this specific pattern is up here, anywhere in this range. And I would expect a breakout within the next 2 weeks. So again, this is something that, again, if you're interested, this is something that may be interesting to you. Personally, I don't trade this because it doesn't have an option chain on there. And I like stocks with options because I like making more money for being right. So again, if you're interested in this stock, in this pattern, the pattern is there. It's clean. I don't see anything wrong with it. Unless it starts crumbling down this way, then I would be worried. But as of right now, it looks really, really clean. And I don't have any issues with PAVM. Now, another stock that one of you asked about is PEIX and the current state as of right now. So I made a video about this one when it was at $8. I actually put a post out signaling that, hey, this is a great short. And I got in short at $8 and I was just holding through here. And then I saw this thing. If you look on the 30-minute time frame, you can see that the stock failed to break below the previous low, like this low right here at $6.50. And then they tried to drop again right here and they couldn't. And if you zoom really closely on the 1 hour chart, you can see that there is a morning star again, which I showed all of you yesterday. And this is not a bearish sign at all. And if you see what happened throughout the entire sequence, it broke to the upside and then I started covering profits right here. Right here is where I started covering all of my profits. I took like, it's not the biggest win that I would have liked, but at least I'm not red, especially if I was to hold all the way through here. So as of right now, the stock is looking really, really scary for short sellers. Like personally, I wouldn't be short, especially for those who went in short right here, right in this candle, right there. Um, Again, if the stock rises higher, I can expect all of these greedy short sellers who didn't cover their positions here to get squeezed as the stock rises. And how high can this stock really go? Well, let's look at it here and let's go all the way back. So the previous resistance is near $10. And if I try to go back again even more, let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, $10 is 10 to 12, actually $13. Here's another one right here. There you go, and there you go. So if there was to be a squeeze on the stock, like the weekly is not even looking bearish. There is a bearish hammer right here, but again, this next bar that's coming up is gonna be squeezing all the short sellers who are holding short still. So I can expect the stock to go all the way up to like 12 to 30 to $10 to $12. So again, this is another one that you want to be mindful of, especially if you're still short in the stock. So the next one that I want to talk about is Roku. Yeah, Roku would be a good one to finish off with. Yeah, so Roku right now, I would like to see a little bit more candles to see like just be patient with it and see exactly what the stock shows you throughout the day. Sometimes it can be really, really obvious, but again, if you look on the 4 hour chart, it's right where the short sellers are. So something has to give here, and time will tell exactly where the stock wants to go. If it keeps grinding higher, then these short sellers will panic and will start covering, and then when short sellers starts to cover, the stock rises even more. So that's definitely something to be mindful of. And the last one that I want to talk about again is TUP. And TUP is gap down right now along with the market. So again, like I said before, it could always come back down to $17. And if it crashes back down to $17, especially with contracts that are at the money or slightly out of the money, that can be a $3 or $300 in premium on contracts. Okay, so that is another opportunity that you should be watching out for. So yeah, let's look at Tesla one more time. And yeah, this is not looking good. Again, so my advice for today is to just be mindful. Again, think of the market from two different perspectives. Put yourself in the shoes of the short sellers if you're long biased, and put yourself in the shoes of the long biased traders if you're looking for shorting opportunities, if that makes sense. Again, consider both sides, but my final thoughts on Tesla is that I'm very, very bearish on it. So that is my thoughts for this pre-market analysis. If you got value from this video, don't forget to destroy that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It's very much appreciated. If you're new to this channel, definitely subscribe and click on that notification bell. That way you get notified whenever I make these analyses. If you're not following us on social media, I got my links right here. Again, you can follow me on Paul Nguma or PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. Again, my name is Paul with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you on the next one. Take care.